Now, as this conflict rages on, roughly 1 million people, as we mentioned, have been displaced, including 140,000 children forced from their homes in southern Lebanon. Let's bring in Jennifer Moorehead, director of Save the Children, the Lebanon division. And Jennifer, thank you very much for joining us. And you are in Beirut. I'm not sure if there's a bit of a delay or not. You're in Beirut. What are the conditions where you are?
Yes, I live in the center of Beirut, and you can imagine, I mean, the situation here is extraordinary. It's very tense. There are masses of displaced people and their cars that are lining the streets in various areas of the city. Where I live, which is about a mile or so away from the most affected neighborhood. The sound of the shelling is very strong and present in the city. So it's a very it is an extraordinary time. Everything is closed, and nobody's on the street, of course, right now. And in the meantime, there is this overwhelming need for shelters. So displaced people that are really mobilized around the country are really trying to find a place to go.
Where are they having to flee from? Is it all over, and where are they going?
So most of the displaced people have come from the south and also the east. That's where the strongest airstrikes have been over the weekend and on Friday. So different populations are going to different areas, but around the Beirut area, between from the southern cities up until Beirut, there is the largest number of displaced people. Schools have been open as shelters throughout the country, trying to find enough space to accommodate this really huge wave of people. But yet we have people, sleeping in their cars and waiting on a place to go.
And with the children there, I believe 140,000 was the number that people are talking about, children who have had to flee. How are they handling this?
It's just a situation of extreme terror. I mean, really, the war has been going on in the South for the last 8 months or so, and this last escalation was just a continuation, but a very extreme continuation. Families left very rapidly after the escalation really began last Monday, when people took to their cars and have been moving since then. And then throughout with the escalation in the Bekaa area, children have been displaced now from there. Also, extreme disruptions to routine and inability to stabilize within the family. I mean, it's a very, very challenging time for kids right now in Lebanon, and that's compounded by the fact that the school system has now been shut down. The Ministry of Education made the decision to close schools until mid-October, both schools and universities, and this affects 1.5 million kids in this country that have been out of school or had significantly disrupted school over the last five years or so. And this disruption in routine and disruption of learning is really the hardest impact for kids, and it'll take generations to recover from that.
Okay, Jennifer, thank you very much for joining us today. I imagine you have a lot going on, but we appreciate you taking the time.